Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening. First tonight, authorities are warning Tasmanians to be vigilant over the holiday season after a large spike in crime. Car thefts and aggravated burglaries have more than doubled in some parts of the state.
A terrifying experience, the car window smashed and possessions stolen in broad daylight. For a Launceston woman who doesn't want to be identified, this became a reality.
My initial reaction was, I need to fix this. My partner was more interested in, he was angry because it occurred to him before it occurred to me that the kids could have been out the front when it happened and they could have been hurt in the process.
Cash, ID and cards, including a war veteran's card, all taken. She and her partner left with a damage bill costing hundreds of dollars and the emotional trauma of the incident.
For me, this will be over when we've seen him in court.
It's not an isolated crime either. Angela Jackson had cash and perfume stolen from inside her car, parked in the driveway at Summerhill while she was home.
I came out to my car this morning and I noticed my car door wasn't shut properly, and at first I just thought maybe I didn't shut it properly, and then I noticed everything on the seats and I realised someone had been down here overnight.
The holiday season has seen a spike in home break-ins and stolen cars. In the state's north, car thefts and aggravated burglaries have doubled from November to December. It's better news for the state's south, with these crimes decreasing over the same period. And in the state's west, aggravated burglary has remained steady, but the number of stolen cars has doubled.
If you're away from your primary home, make sure you leave it secured. Don't leave valuable items laying around outside. And if you've got vehicles parked in your driveway, but at any time, make sure they're secure, they're locked up, and there's no valuables left in those vehicles.
A reminder to stay vigilant even when on holiday. Elizabeth O'Neill, 7 Tasmania News.
A 58-year-old Launceston man has died after his motorcycle collided with a car near Hamilton. It marks the first fatality in Tasmania for the new year, with police once again urging drivers to take care on our roads.
Markings along this stretch of road, the sign of a crash which has taken a life.
This is a tragedy which clearly is potentially avoidable. He's a son and he's not coming home to those people.
Emergency crews called to the scene on Hollow Tree Road near Hamilton yesterday afternoon. Police say a motorcyclist was entering a bend on a green Yamaha when tragedy struck.
A white Nissan X-Trail has been travelling on that same road in the opposite direction. It appears that the motorcycle has come around that left-hand bend and being on the incorrect side of the roadway and has collided with that other vehicle.
The rider, a 58-year-old man from Launceston, died at the scene. The occupants of the car, a 49-year-old male driver from Queensland and his female passenger, were uninjured.
At this time, preliminary investigations do not indicate that speed or alcohol or drugs are a factor.
This tragic accident comes just days after the end of Operation Crossroads. Police once again reminding the public to obey all road rules and drive to the weather and traffic conditions.
Take care and aim to arrive at your destination at the end of your journey or to your loved ones in one piece and safe and sound.
The rural road was closed for around 5 hours while the scene was investigated. John Hunt, 7 Tasmania News.
A police motorcycle has been hit and a man is in custody following an alleged evade incident in the state's northwest. Authorities say around 3:30 police were attempting to stop a blue Mazda on the Murchison Highway near Guildford. It's alleged the driver suddenly braked, resulting in the officer behind hitting the car. The officer escaped injury. A man was later arrested at Rosebery. Unions are calling for a greater role on Tasmania's COVID Recovery Council, arguing the final plan will ultimately favour the top end of town. The Premier has brushed off the attacks while out welcoming 250 jobs saved at Bell Bay.
Coming back from holidays is always tough.
Liberty Bell Bay?
Yes.
It's already changed. Things happen quickly.
Perhaps too quickly. The smelter's new owners ran their media event yesterday, doing the same again today, but this time with the Premier.
I'm very pleased that it's been finalised today, or finalised yesterday.
With 250 livelihoods now safe at Bell Bay, the spotlight is back on jobs impacted by the pandemic. Unions say they've been ignored by the Premier's Social and Economic Recovery Council.
We'll get a report that reflects the interests of people whose voices have been there, and that is, so far, the top end of town.
I made it perfectly clear to unions when I established PESRAC that they would have a role to play, and they've been invited to be part of the 3 regional groups, and as I understand it, 3 unions have played a role.
One health union is warning workers are packing their bags because of pandemic burnout.
There is absolutely no doubt that people are currently leaving the system because they're burned out. We're seeing that right across the health and community services area.
Meanwhile, Tasmania's next Mercy flight is expected to land at the end of the month. Another flight of seasonal workers from Vanuatu will land tomorrow. And on Thursday, 29 French Antarctic expeditioners will arrive.
They'll be managed under the same strict protocols as previous Antarctic expeditioners as well.
Sean McComish, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmanian supporters are calling on the federal government to intervene. The group, including Assange's advisor Greg Barnes, say the Prime Minister has the power to bring the WikiLeaks founder home.
There is every chance that if our Prime Minister picked up the phone to Boris Johnson, picked up the phone to Donald Trump, that this could be resolved in a phone call.
This case has not ended because the United States legal team has appealed. There are 2 more layers of appeal in the UK, so this case could go for another 18 months to 2 years.
Advocates also using the development to call for changes to freedom of speech laws. A fire has gutted a home near Cygnet overnight, caused by a gas cooktop left unattended. Investigations continued today after the resident of the Garden Island Creek property woke up to flames and smoke just after 6 p.m. Emergency crews raced to the scene, but the home was destroyed, causing around $500,000 damage. Maps detailing the local impact of flooding have been released by Clarence City Council. It's hoped developers and residents will have more certainty if the region is hit by severe storms.
Over the years, we've become more and more aware of the impact of flooding within the community, particularly after major storms. And with climate change, it's been imperative for us to get a handle on just how serious the issue is.
The maps will also be used to plan for stormwater upgrades. For more information, head to the council website. Well, today marks the 46th anniversary of the Tasman Bridge disaster. 12 people lost their lives when a ship ploughed into the bridge, knocking out 3 spans. 4 cars plunged into the water below and 7 crew on the ship died. No formal commemorations were held to mark the anniversary this year.
The Hobart Hurricanes' unbeaten run at Blunston Arena this season has come to an end. Some spectacular catching brought the home side undone late in the contest. Ben McDermott was superb, belting 5 sixes, one of which cleared the stands. The talking point of the Big Bash reared its head again.
Oh, has he hit the ground or has he hit them?
He's given him!
The lack of DRS may have robbed Andre Fletcher early on.
I didn't think he nicked it, no, boys. I thought he hit the ground, but it sort of did swing away.
There was no doubt about the next to the crease.
Oh, Stoinis, first ball, if you don't mind.
It was clear we had a problem.
This man. So does Stoinis. That was short, rocks back, and it's up onto the hill.
Big scalp spell.
Oh, he goes the big reverse. He's gone! Sandy with a huge wicket of Maxwell.
But not Stoinis, his unbeaten 97, a stark contrast to last season's superstar.
Slices it away, and that is the end of Darcy Short.
His tough tournament dragging on. Lucky McDermott was there.
Oh! He's on 44, sends a high ball from Maximum to bring up his 50. He's 6th in the Big Bash. It went so far, I don't know where it went.
Any full toss was eaten up. McDermott's now the competition's highest run scorer. Only one person could steal the limelight.
Fletcher! Oh, Spice Man! He's dancing as he should be. Wow, what a catch!
The Spice Man exacted revenge after that dodgy dismissal at the start.
Smashes it hard, like Fletcher!
Oh, he's done it again!
What a catch! catch.
Oh my goodness.
Whitey's got top draw on the catches.
Peter Hanscom had one last roll of the dice, but the Stars secured the win by 10 runs. And the Leanne Gaffney-trained Eastender has been scratched from tomorrow's Devonport Cup. Eastenders owners have instead entered the gelding in Friday's Tasmanian Stakes at Mowbray. He rose to stardom in 2019 after claiming the triple crown of the Devonport, Launceston and Hobart Cups. Gaffney still has one other horse in tomorrow's $100,000 race, defending champion Newhart, which is the favourite, paying $2.90 for the win. Should be a great day as always, Kim.
Good evening. Temperatures warmed up a little today. In fact, maybe warmed up even higher than these 3 p.m. temperatures indicate. Hobart at that time had recorded 21, Launceston 23, Burnie and Devonport 22. Fine today, apart from a light shower over the northeast. Bushy Park and Grove reached 24, Low Head and Friendly Beaches 22 degrees, Strawn 21, St Helens and Flinders Island 20 and King Island 19. The cloud did start to build up during the afternoon as that high ridge moved over the state. Plenty around the coastlines as well. Western Victoria and southern parts of the country also under similar cover. Cloud associated with thunderstorms over a good portion of the country. Clear skies over southern WA. Tomorrow a high maintains over the Bight, extending ridges far and wide. Complex lows and troughs control the east and north of the continent. Winds southeast to southwesterly up to 15 to 25 knots. Winds at 10 knots inland. Swells in western waters to 3.5 metres. Strong wind warning that's been issued between Sandy Cape and Stanley and also in the east from St Helens Point to Wineglass Bay. Hobart, a shower or two clearing, a top of 20 tomorrow. Shower clearing from Geeston, 20 the high and 19 the top for Bothwell. Launceston, 24 degrees with a shower or two. Showers for Devonport, 80% chance of rain, mostly in the late afternoon or evening for Devonport Cup Day, 21 the high, 24 the top for Cressy. Burnie, a shower or two and 22, 20 the high for Strawn. Curry, partly cloudy and 18 degrees. St Helens, possible shower and windy, 20 the top, 20 also for Swansea, possible shower as well for Orford and 20 degrees. There's the UV, extreme again at 11. On Thursday, fine apart from morning showers over the northwest. A fine day on Friday as temperatures take an upward swing. Light winds and afternoon sea breezes. A warm start to the weekend too and fine apart from a 30% chance of a shower in the east. Sunny and warm in Perth tomorrow. Cloudy in Adelaide. A light morning shower in Melbourne. Showers for Sydney and storms further north. Partly cloudy, 21 in Hobart, 19 in Launceston, Devonport mostly cloudy and 19 degrees. For those heading to the Devonport Cup, it's a ticketed-only event. You must get online and have your tickets to present at the gates tomorrow. No sales at the gate for the Devonport Cup tomorrow, Kim. As far as tips go, Newhart will be hard to beat in the Cup, but I'm looking for you here. Race 7, Horse 8. I'm a floozy. Might be a good omen tip.
Gosh, you're rude. Where are those girls that normally do the weather? Maybe they might come back. And that is all your news for now. I'll be back later with updates. Thanks for joining us. Good night.